I do this right. Turn off the claim, and actually I'll put the thing in. The claim, this isn't the claim, this will be a new setup. We are doing Teardown, show and tell. Okay, wide only. That works for me. So, tell me if you can still hear me. I'm going to take this off, and I'm going to unplug the mixer. So now this should be operating on its own sound. Do you hear me all right? Very good. Alrighty. And you can see me. And I'm going to start tearing things down and talking a little bit about the teardown. Thank you all for coming to this Vanilla SE in the Park Day. Thank you all for coming to this. We are done with the Elencuses and with the discussions, and the rest of this will be a demonstration just talking about the kit, the various parts of the kit that make this possible. So now we're going meta. As I go through the process, let me just give you a quick little tour. I'm using this tablet with this keyboard, with this battery, to talk to the live show text, like this. So if you are in Discord, that's how I'm talking to you. If you've been here a while, you're probably already familiar with this. But if you would want to ask a question, the way you would do it is type a dash and type in your question. And our fancy little thermometer bot will put up a green, yellow, and red icon. And if I were to upvote it, or any member of the production team were to upvote it, it would pop up on the screen where it says current, yes, like that. And then I will then re-promote a prior question so I can replace it, things like that. So we have lots of control over the text that goes up on the screen. Okay, enough of that. Headphones. Nice wired headphones. Just going to put them away. With each of these headphones, we are operating off an extension. It's going to do this in whatever order. But there's a... Hello, puppy. No, you may not. That is my lunch. Do not share. Go ahead, puppy. Thank you. That's a good puppy. Go. Come. Yep, not here, not your food, little puppy. Let's go. This sounds good. Oh, that looks good too. Okay, so this is just a quarter-inch stereo headphone. Okay, quarter-inch headphone jack extension, and that allows us to get further away from the mixer without straining any of the kinky headphone cables. And we're just going to lay these out on the table for now, and then we'll put them away in the kit once we've taken an inventory. I'm going to turn... okay, turning off the mixer, I'm going to turn off the recording. Yes. Ending the recording. 5 hours and 42 minutes of recording. Isn't that exciting? And just turn off the mixer. The mixer is like a 12-track digital recorder. It has... I'm just going to unplug a bunch of things so I can point it at you. Sure. Oh, there you go. This mixer, all right, there it goes. Has 6 input tracks that can handle XLR microphones or quarter inch. And so those 6 tracks, and then there is a 7th stereo track that you can bring in additional instruments, and also an 8th track. And the 8th track actually has this little special connector right here that is specially made to hook into smartphones with this cable right here. And that is in fact the reason I chose this mixer, because of the mixers that have this one's $400 and the other one is $600. So I got the $400 one that had this function. And this directly allows me to use a tablet or a smartphone for live streaming with almost no headache at all. And that made all the difference. I'm expecting that Zoom also has a product that's more in the handheld category. If you don't like large, intimidating looking mixer boards like this, for about the same amount of money, they have a smaller version than this that pretty much does all the same things. In this case, it has 4 headphone jacks. Okay, 4 different headphone jacks that you can set up different monitor mixes. And for the most part, we're just using all the same. And then here's the recorder component. This also has built-in effects and a few things. Several things that I don't actually need for the purpose, but they just came along for free. If you want a tour of how to use a mixer like this, that's a separate show. You can do that. Let's see. Here is this handset is operating the OBS controls. If for example I were to reach down here and show wide only, it'll show you that camera. And if I go back to face, okay, good. If I were to switch to the face view again, this is something that, oh, that looks different. So maybe that's not as, okay, there you go. This little one here running on this battery allows me to control which scenes and things like that are going on, as well as the producer can also control this from their end. And usually that's FK, and today for the first time, that's Kimberly, and I very much appreciate Kimberly taking this on. FK is 9 time zones away, so it's really, really late where he is. Okay, microphone. Hey. Switch to the wide so you can see what I'm doing. So these microphones are XLR. XLR is the standard old type analog microphone connector. And these, you can also get USB microphones, and those would, for those, you might not necessarily require a mixer. The mixer allows me extra control, and so I really like that. These, are we? Okay, there's a return. These are in the industry. These are known as fake dead cat. Yes, I know that's sort of a gross idea, but these little furry jobbers almost eliminate wind noise. So out in the field like this, these are really important. This microphone is a Rode Procaster. And the reason I chose this microphone is because I compared it to ones that were similar, and I knew that my voice sounded really good through these, and so I chose them. And I actually chose the more expensive version. These are about $230, and there is a perfectly good enough $100 version called the Rode Podcaster that I probably paid a little more than twice as much per microphone to make it sound maybe 5% or 10% better, I should say. And so you can spend a whole heck of a lot less on a kit like this and still get completely adequate performance. I'm just tweaky in that I'm willing to spend more money for a tiny improvement in audio. That's probably because I used to do audio a lot and I've become very picky. Okay, let's see. What else? Oh, lots of phone batteries. These kind of charging phone batteries run everything in this kit. Everything, including the mixer. Yes, water. What? Epistemology is exactly right. Who am I talking to? I'm on a live stream, and we're done with the day, and I was just ending the live stream talking about the gear that we're using before I close out. Yeah, yeah. Yes, the meetup is there. Okay, we have a meetup app that does it. We also have my calendar is online, and now the calendar just shows Runyon Canyon on that day. It doesn't say, specifically exactly. It would be this one.
I walk up and down here, so I'll be on the lookout.
Okay, very good.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. This went black. Is that on purpose? Okay, good. I did not take down the wide camera, no. Okay, I'll do a quick reset. Okay, I moved the wide camera a little closer. Oh, good. Foil's on his way to get me. Great. I should be ready-ish. Okay, good. Wide camera. It keeps coming back in and again. Okay, now it's staying. Good. Okay, so let's see. We talked about the microphones. We talked about the mixer. The headphone. Okay, the number of phone batteries I'm using are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'm using 6 of the camera batteries today. And for example, these here we found are the unusually badass phone batteries, and this one has gone from 100 down to 76% in a 6-hour event. So these completely rock. And
so you only ended up using that much of it over 6 hours.
Now, with some of these, like this one, apparently this phone is not keeping this battery turned on, so this phone ran its own battery down. And I need to something better about its charging. That's a reliability problem. Whereas the phone batteries, the charger battery is still saying it's 100%. Now these particular charger batteries, they lie, and they probably have about 10% above the 100 before they actually start registering a drop. So in this case, I've been having trouble with, for some reason, this phone being charged doesn't keep the main battery awake. And I don't really know what the why on that one, but that's no fun. Let's see. All right, so now I'm just going to start putting away the studio bag, and you'll get to see the organization of the studio bag. If anybody has any questions, just ring out. Oh, there's one other component. This set of components belongs to Kimberly. She purchased them. This is looks about like an Oreo cookie. And this is a Bluetooth transmitter that allows us to have Bluetooth headset. Makes an extra headset in the system that's nice and wireless and like that. And those are things that Kimberly purchased. All right. The first thing to go away is the mixer itself. And I use the box it came in because the mixer has a whole bunch of fragile knobs and things. And the box was made for it. So let's just keep using that. In the box, I keep an extra set of AA batteries because the mixer itself runs off USB on the outside and has a set of 4 AA batteries inside that run the mixer for 2 to 3 hours if the external battery wears down. So I keep a set in the mixer and a set outside in case that actually happens. And there's that. There's the mixer. Aha! That is the cable that I was looking for earlier that would go with this little Bluetooth speaker that would allow the audience to hear what was going on. So I need to make sure that's put someplace really obvious so I can't forget it and lose it now in the bottom of the pack. I'm glad that mystery is solved anyway. The mics come in a little pouch, keeps them from getting banged up. And they go in the front. Yes. I'll probably be back, I think, next Wednesday. I'm not certain about the day. Given parking restrictions, I'm pretty certain not Tuesday or Monday.
What is the purpose?
That's fine. I can pack and talk. I can pack, talk, and chew gum at the same time.
You can?
Yes.
What is the premise?
The premise is having conversations with anybody on any topic without losing your shit and without failing to take each other seriously and hearing each other out. The epistemology part is I want to understand what you believe and why you believe it, all the way back to like your authorities and what kind of data convinces you one way or the other. And then at the end, you might end up reevaluating your confidence up or down based on your own reasons and sort of an audit to a good listener. And this allows people. There's a lot of good reasons. It's in favor of critical thinking. It's in favor of good discourse with people and being able to have a way to talk to somebody. I mean, sometimes you start talking to somebody and you find you disagree with them really a lot. And with street epistemology, you could disagree with somebody a lot and you could still have a good conversation and have respect for each other. I think polarization is a fuck up and I want to fix it. And this is one of my favorite ways to fix it. Critical thinking and reduction of polarization.
Beautiful. So,
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, it's not spontaneous. As you can tell, there's a bit of setup.
I know.
There's a Discord server, the Street Epistemology Discord. There's also Facebook groups. There's also there's a bunch of different things. You can also give you cards that will get people. Yeah, I'm both of those things.
Well, awesome. No, I'm saying like both, like and juggle.
Totally. And chew gum and talk and juggle. But I can't tear down while I'm juggling. Can't do that. That's too many skills.
That may be the outcome.
Yep, indeed.
Hey, I'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Okay. So, with these fake dead cats, I like to put them in a plastic bag each. Keep them from getting snagged in a bunch of things. And they fit in this spot. The spots that everything goes in the pack are just how they fit in the pack. And in this case, the pack is so full, it is so close to 100% full that if I try to put them back in a wrong order, it's not going to fit. It's the kind of thing where you have to remember which way. Now, in this top area where I have the two fake dead cats is also where the mounts go that the cameras are sitting on. So you're not going to get to see that part, but just trust me, they go in this section. Just so you know. Let's see. Is there anything else? Well, obviously, you know, there's tables and chairs and things, but you don't need my help in understanding how to do tables and chairs. I do tape down the microphone stands, so they don't move around too much. And I think that's about it. Let's see. If I redo OBS, let me refresh this because I'd like to end the stream. If I can't manage to get the OBS working, there it goes. I have OBS. Oh, one last little thing. We are using 2 data accounts. This one has a data account, and that one has a data account. And the other 3 devices are hotspotting off that one. Because this one, I have video going out and video coming back and audio going out and audio coming back. So that gets its own data account. This one has 1 video stream. That has 1 video stream. And then these 2 are just small things. This one's text only, and this one's little small messages for remote control. So they don't take up much bandwidth. These 2 added together add up to about what this one is. And between 2 data accounts, we have found a sweet spot of how much bandwidth we're allowed to use in order to achieve moderate stability. Stability within Discord is still quite sketchy, but at least we can reset without much of a disruption. So that's pretty much it. The rest of it is just how do I fit it into a bag or something. And since your bag is different than my bag, you know, it's not your bag, baby. Since our bags are different, the actual layout inside the bag is probably just of curiosity. And I'm totally willing to share all that information, but it's probably relatively boring for everybody. Thank you all for coming to this Vanilla SE in the park. We've had many great conversations today. This was a delight for me. I hope it was fun for you. And if you would like to be a guest, yes? Yes, there's a request. What is the request? Is it possible to record the cameras on the tables and stream record local? Yes, I think these are capable of local recording. This one and that one have a 128 gigabyte SD card. I'd have to get another one of those for here. No, these have 64 gigabyte. Anyway, so the size of the SD cards would be the limitation. And yes, these are capable of local recording. That of course involves significant post-editing time, and FK has convinced me that I can produce a heck of a lot more content if I don't spend a whole lot of time working in Lightworks or Final Cut Pro or something like that. That if we end up having the stuff set up ahead of time and we run it live, and of course that means we accept errors, we just tolerate it, then that'll actually get more content out. Visual curiosity, quality, and output that is glorious. And thank you all for tolerating my lowered quality for being able to do it live stream and to be able to produce at least twice as much content as I would be able to do if I were doing it at a read quality level. I don't see green on any of the gear. I got a green bag. Almost all the gear is black. That's how this, black and gray. That's how this stuff comes out. Blame tech manufacturers, yes. What was it, for 25 years, all computers were beige? Everybody had to go for beige computers. Oh, darn, yes. The cacti are green, yes. Yes, the cacti are green. Stay away from them. Those are bad. Tough. Got some in a sock earlier, and it was like, oh, very much not fun. So anyway, if any of you would like to be a guest on my show, gosh, yes, of course, as long as you are articulate, polite, willing to show your face, and willing to either do SE or talk about SE, then you can fit in my categories. And if that's the case, I really, really look forward to hearing from you. You know all the ways to get a hold of me. Thank you very much.